こんばんや。組手猫隊隊長 VTuber と DJ リゲの DJ ユキです。It is October. Happy October, everyone. Also, that means happy spooky month. I don't know if it's happy, but spooky month. Hi. And since it's the beginning of spooky month, we start our adventure of horror games. And like every year since Yuki started streaming, since every year since Yuki started streaming, we will be going through Higurashi. Yay! So yeah, the last Higurashi Yuki played was Miyakashien, and now which was the fifth of the series. So now we're on the sixth of the Higurashi series, Tsumihoroboshi. So yeah, so let's talk about our Tsumihoroboshi. Basically there's more of a focus this time on Rena-chan. So yeah, this chapter focuses on Rena-chan. So yeah, if you remember last year, we had some really long sessions, and because of that, Yuki's throat might have gotten messed up. So Yuki will be more careful this year. We will try to do 2 chapters we'll try to do 2 chapters a month. Not a month, sorry. 2 chapters per stream, per Higurashi stream. How many times will Yuki do Higurashi streams per week? Probably just one, but it's possible that Yuki could do more than one. Well, yeah, we're gonna stop at 2 chapters basically, so Yuki doesn't end up hurting her throat. But I have plenty of water and tea and honey with me, so hopefully it won't turn out too bad. But Yuki will focus on just doing the 2 chapters per stream. If Yuki notices that the chapters are way too long, then you might cut it down to just 1 chapter. Yeah, so the lengths of these streams will vary. Usually Yuki likes to stream 2 hours. Whether or not it'll hit 2 hours, Yuki doesn't know, but I think it's for the best that Yuki just do 2 chapters a stream, so Yuki doesn't overexert herself like Yuki did last year. Because with that, the end result, it was not great. So yeah. We'll get started with chapter 1 of Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Kai. Tsumihoroboshi. Tsumihoroboshi, the first fall. Atonement chapter. How is your reasoning toward the Earth coming along? The next tragedy is ready for you. Enjoy! This is a humorous story with a tragic struggle at the end. The difficulty is 0. You can just enjoy the clowns milling around. The first time, I would try harder to avoid the inevitable tragedy. The second time, I would be disguised with the inevitable tragedy. The third time, my disgust would turn into anguish. The seventh time, I'd be laughing at them. Fredrika Bernskatel. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons or organizations are entirely coincidental. The chorus of the Higurashi had replaced that of the cicadas. The cries came from a distance, echoed loudly, and then faded away. They sounded so weak and fragile. Lena's voice was just like the cries of the Higurashi. She'd say something, but the words would quickly fade away. She sounded so fragile that it made me worry that she might vanish into thin air with her words. But nobody's pressuring her to continue. Mion dusted off the hood of an abandoned car and sat down on it as to show how relaxed she was. She actually did look very relaxed, as if she came here to enjoy the cool breeze of the evening or something. Sotoko followed Mion's example and sat down as well. She didn't look entirely as relaxed, however. I thought about the following suit, but it felt rude to look away from Elena, even for a short time. For a short time it would take to look for a place to sit down. So I decided to remain standing. Rika-chan didn't sit down either, but she wasn't looking at Elena. Everybody else was looking at Elena, but Rika-chan, she was looking at the red sky. Rika-chan's expression was hard to describe. She looked pale and blank at the same time, as if all of her emotions were gone. Elena wore the same kind of expression. She kept wanting to say something, but it seemed like the words were stuck in her throat. She noticed Rika-chan was looking at the sky, so she decided to look that way as well. Mion did the same. So did I. Sotoko looked that way too. And with that, there was silence. It was like we were in a concert hall filled with the chorus of the Higurashi. A concert hall with the highest roof in the world. A refreshingly cool breeze tickled our sweaty bodies. I could almost make myself believe we came here to enjoy the breeze and the sunset. I could only wish that was what we came here for. The shadows of the birds flying across the sky soured the feeling of our quiet concert. They reminded us that the time hasn't stopped. Nobody wanted to pressure Elena. We didn't want the time to pressure her either. We wanted to keep the cool red sky as long as we could, so Elena could calm down and talk. Right then, I heard a sound, and it brought us all back to reality. The hood Mion was sitting on made a noise when she moved to cross her legs. I don't know whether Mion made the noise on purpose or not, but it reminded us of the time that had been passing by. The noise took our attention away from the sky and back to the ground. Such a tasteless noise seemed to have urged Lena to speak. Lena heaved a small sigh, not as if she understood something, and looked at us like she always did.
There's one thing I wanted to say before anything else.
She was probably saying it to everybody, but since I was standing in the middle, with her looking at me, I nodded to her to represent our agreement.
I think I did the right thing.
Her voice wasn't hoarse anymore. She sounded just like she always did.
I wonder how much you're allowed to struggle in order to be happy.
It sounded like a question, but nobody answered.
That's why I really like Me-chan's club. The one rule is to do whatever it takes to win, right? I think that's wonderful. If we're only allowed to do nice things, and if there's a limit to how much we could struggle, people who aren't happy wouldn't be able to achieve happiness at all. Misfortunes are like a reaction, I think. Once they begin, they're very hard to escape. In order to escape the chain of misfortunes, you need more than just luck or even assistance. I think you need to struggle as hard as you can possibly. You need to do your best. That's how you can seize true happiness. That's what I believe.
Yuna stopped talking, looked up, and heaved a sigh, and opened her mouth again.
But I'm not saying that I expect you to accept what I did. I know what I did was a very bad thing to do. Didn't you all look stunned a while ago? That tells me everything.
I've never seen her smile so self-derisively like this. That smile looked unbelievably painful. I could really feel how huge the distance between us was. There was nothing physically there, but I felt as if she was talking to us through iron bars or a chain link fence. That's how great the distance between us was.
But it's okay. There's nothing we can do about it. That's just how things are in this world. If I were you, I'd probably look just as stunned, and I'd say something irresponsible and merciless.
She probably said that to hit back at us. We're just putting a mass of sympathy, enjoying a spectacle of a clown on the stage. That's why she said that. She probably expected us to say something in return, but none of us knew what to say. Irena looked disappointed for a moment, and turned and clambered on top of an abandoned car. And she spread her arms out and gave a little twirl, letting her skirt billow up before she grabbed both ends and gave us a graceful curtsy.
Well then, are you ready for a story? This is how the story of Higurashi did her best.
There was no curtain or spotlight. She was atop of an abandoned car amidst the trash piles. A stage specially made for her. We tried not to miss a word of what she was about to say. We believed that was the least we could do to not hurt her feelings. Chapter 6 Tsumihoroboshi Hen.
let's say it's a winter month like December right now. What would you do all of a sudden? What would you do if all of a sudden you had a week of hot and humid days with crying cicadas? Would you still wear your coat and scarf? Absolutely not, right? Even though it's still June, it's already summer to us, since we've been having hot days for so long. So it's totally okay to do this kind of club activity in June. At my school, everyone usually does what they want in PE class, but today would be an exception. All my classmates were gathered in the schoolyard. Neil looked over everyone gathered there, and then spoke loudly. Hey everyone, you ready? Yeah! They all raised their water guns in their hands. It's okay to use water guns in June because it's so hot and humid. All my classmates were joining in, so it's gonna be a big water gun battle. I'm so excited. It is so exciting to do a club activity with everyone from class. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun to play outside with everyone together. It's going to be fun for them, but we have to be serious because we can't lose. Well, yeah, for us club members, every game comes with a risk. Exactly. I look forward to the punishment our more careless members are going to suffer. Good luck, everyone. I'm so pumped. Everyone, listen up. Did you check your guns? Are your tanks full? We're all ready, my Mana-san. We're very good at gun battles. Tomita and his friends play with water guns a lot, so they might have an advantage. Ha ha ha! We're different men today. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun smiled confidently, holding their guns in a practiced manner. Their skill must have given them confidence. They even look different. As we all know, Mion is going to be a tough opponent, but I think Satoko and Rika-chan could be too. What about you, Rena? Can you move fast? But you could end up being their target as well, so be careful. You've been losing a lot of games recently and taking most of the punishments. Oh, it's just that the recent games were my specialty. But Keiichi-kun, I think you've been losing a lot of these days too, haven't you? You have no idea how miserable I was when I had to go home wearing a bra, and my mom saw me in it right before I was about to take it off. My last punishment was as terrible as yours. I'm ruined for marriage after having to do that. Satoko laughed at us loudly while we were shuddering at the memory of the cruel punishments we suffered in the past. Ha 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 ha! You've been low on luck luck and spirit. I know why you've been losing so frequently. That's because you see, you're both losers. Hehehe. She's right. Once you get used to losing, you just can't stop. After all those losses, your fighting spirit fades away. When you can't believe in yourself, nothing goes right, even when you're doing the same thing as everyone else. You!
You haven't realized how that Rin and I took those punishment on purpose because we wanted to spare you on that fate. You should be thanking us, not calling us losers. Oh, is that so? I'm very, very sorry for not thanking you enough then. Ah! Sotoko! You just added oil to our flames, to the flames of my rage. I'll make you regret what you said. Hehehe, that's the spirit, Kei-chan. This old man hopes that you can at least last long enough to serve as entertainment. Rena, you too. You'd be embarrassed if you were the first to get shot. But I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. Hehehe. I too think Rena-san's gonna go down first. Prepare yourself for a bad time. Oh ho ho. No, Mi-chan. Sotoko-chan, you're so mean. Rena and Keiichi, go for it. Yay! Mion and Sotoko laughed at us as loud as they could, then moved on to tease their next target. Left alone, all I could do was stomp on the floor in anger. Damn it! I'm gonna win! I can't let them laugh at me like that again. Hahaha, I agree. It feels bad to have them laugh at us like that. It's not only how it feels, it's also how they step on my pride. Damn it. Like Mi-chan said, it might be true that you can't stop losing once you get used to it. That's why we have to win today, no matter what, so we can get even. Dana's eyes look different. She's usually a funny and weird person, but I know she has determination to do what she needs to do. When Runa looks at this, she can be a tough opponent. Today, I'll follow the first club rule. I'm gonna do everything I can to win. Oh, you sound determined. You sounded cool, but also if you have been going, but also as if you've been going easy on them before. Rena smiled. Or maybe you could have called it a wicked grin. She was serious. She was serious about what she said. I could tell from her expression alone. Among all the club members, Rena is easily the most sensible one. The rule of our club is that we can do anything in order to win, but she's the only one who has more qualms in doing it. That's why we really have a hard time against her. Except for when she snaps. It's fair to see that she won't go easy. Damn it, when you grin like that, you leave me no choice. I have to be super serious about this too. I always have to fight with all I have in our club, but I believe there's a time when I have to get super serious about it. I think today's the time. Indeed, yes! We pounded our fists together. Usually when we don't want to lose the game, one asks the other to work together, but Rena didn't ask this time, which meant that she was gonna try to defeat everyone by herself. No, not try. She was going to do it by herself. Rena looked really cool at that moment, but I wasn't scared. If she was seriously gonna do it, I'd have to be serious and do it too. My fighting spirit had been dented after many losses, but it had begun to burn hot once more.
You look good too, Katie-kun. You even scared me a little bit. You look like you're gonna defeat everyone all by yourself.
I know, that's what you're gonna do too.
That means we're gonna fight against each other at the very end. We could if we defeated everyone else.
I hope you'll be the last one I have to fight against.
Yeah, me too.
We pounded our fists together again.
Does everyone remember the rules?
You have to call it when you get hit.
Once you're hit, you can't shoot anyone. Even if you did, it won't count.
Mion, I'd like to confirm the definition of being hit one last time. When somebody shoots you with a water gun, you're hit. Hehehe. I'll break it down more for you, Kei-chan. You're only hit when it's water from a water gun. In other words, you're not hit when somebody splashes you with a bucket of water.
Only direct shots from a water gun count. I'm sure you're not scared of Satoko-chan's trap attacks now, huh?
Ho ho ho! I will still have many kinds of traps ready for you. Dana-san, you'll be my first target.
I don't think so. You're not strong enough to take me down yet.
What did you just say? Oh, I can't believe Anna gave Satoko tit for tat. This is gonna be fun. Don't you think so, Kei-chan? I don't think so. At least not for you. Because all you'll be doing is choosing which of us is going to shoot you first.
Katie seems determined to win.
Mion seemed to sense the fighting spirit in me and Nina. I could tell that she's as serious as we were, just from the way she looked.
All right. I like your spirit. Are you ready to start? Everyone, get to your positions.
The ones you drew by a lot earlier. Everyone had to draw lots to pick a place to start the game from. It wouldn't be fun if everyone was close together at the beginning of the game. By the way, my starting position was behind the school building. When I do this starting position, I thought about hiding until there were a few people left, like I did in our last game of tag. But this defensive tactic like that wasn't interesting to me anymore. I hadn't been this excited in a long time. My legs were shaking with excitement. This was my first time experiencing that kind of feeling. I could hear Mion's countdown from some distance away.
3, 2, 1.
A single shot of a toy pistol echoed. With that sound, I was ready running around the building. There had to be some underclassmen nearby. I usually assumed that somebody else would have taken care of them, but this time was different. They stood frozen in fear as I ran towards them, screaming in the top of my voice. It took a moment to quickly decide whether to fight or run away. And in that moment, I shot one after another. Sorry guys. You just got unlucky with where you started. I felt bad for them because they had to lose the game so quickly. So I rubbed their heads to cheer them up. And then they took their water guns. Yes, that was the key factor in this game. You couldn't put very much water in a water gun. With 10 people around you in a water battle, the water would be gone in a minute. I abandoned the gun and I used to shoot them. Held one of their guns in each hand and scoped out the schoolyard. Just like I expected, there was an intense battle happening there. In the short time it took me to take care of the area behind the school, it seems like most of my classmates were already shot. I wasn't surprised though. I kind of knew it would happen. You need to have a high school to fight in the open schoolyard, especially when most of the club members were there. It must have been a battle of elephants and ants. What is that Milan's holding? Milan was holding a different water gun from the one she had when the game started. She was now holding one that looked like a huge machine gun. Its range, capability, its pump action shooting, and the amount of water it can hold were way beyond comparison. There were no restrictions on what kind of water gun we could use today. As long as it was a water gun, we were allowed to use any kind. Most of us have a normal pistol-style water gun from the local toy store or something similar. I would have bought a bigger one like Neon's if they had one, but they weren't in stock, and I had to order it in. In other words, Neon ordered hers a long time ago just for today. She's always well prepared when it comes to winning. She must have thought that we wouldn't allow her to use a big water gun if she showed it before the game started. So she must have hidden it somewhere. Looks like most of my classmates were shot right after the game started. Only a few were still alive. Tried to survive as long as they could using the heavy construction equipment as a shield. Neon mercilessly shot them from various angles to make them come out from behind the shield. Stop hiding, cowards! Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun were trying to their best to resist her attack from behind her shield. It looked like they had no chance against her. But that wasn't actually what wasn't true. After all, the two of them were only still alive because of all of their experience in water gun battles. They survived the first minutes of her assault, even though 99% of their classmates didn't, and they were still surviving at the very moment. Mion, however, is also a battle-hardened soldier. She used the advantage over a big water tank, and gradually, but certainly, dove them into a corner. It was only a matter of time before she broke them down. We're cornered! It's not fair! It's not fair that she has a water gun! All we have to do is survive till her tank runs low. We don't stand a chance against her when she's shooting at us like this. They tried to hold out against her, but all they could do for now was to keep running behind cover as Mion strafed closer and closer to them. They wanted to use their 2 against 1 advantage, but it seemed like they wouldn't even get that chance. If they tried If they tried attacking recklessly, one of them might get shot, and then the other would have no chance of winning. So they grew more cautious, but placing their bets on their final chance. But that caused their offense to wane. Of course, Mion saw through their plan. She was purposely provoking them so they could lose their patience and start attacking her recklessly. Mion circled around the construction equipment, and now she was standing with her back towards me. If I went up against her machine gun fair and square, I wouldn't stand a chance. So attacking from behind would be the only way for me to defeat her. Even though she was in a defenseless position, there's some distance between us. Oh, still too far away. But it would be better to attack her now than take her head on. Don't hesitate, Keiichi. You won't have this chance again. I stepped out from my hiding place and ran as fast as I could towards her with my two water guns in my hands. Instead of approaching slowly and quietly, I screamed at the top of my lungs. What? There you are, Kei-chan! Mion seemed a little shocked by my surprise attack, but she immediately pulled herself together. She knew the advantages of her weapon, but she didn't shoot me just yet. She held back, luring me closer. Mion was well aware of how much water she had left. If she had the same water gun as me, we would have had the same range capability. So it would have been down to our technique to decide the winner. If she was fighting against one of her underclassmen, she would have defeated them easily. Mion immediately calculated her chance of winning against me and figured out that her only chance was to use the advantage of the water gun. She saw the eye of the tiger in me and recalculated her chances of winning in a split second. Really, I can admire how fast she can do those things. I ran at top speed to shorten the distance between us. Our strength should have been equal. I had water guns with full tanks, and she had a machine gun with a half-empty tank. We both waited for a perfect moment. Your fighting spirit deserves my respect, Kei-chan. I'm not sure if I would have been a match for you today if I didn't have this gun. I'm disappointed in you, Mion. Your calculations are off today. Did you say you thought you could beat me because you don't stand a chance? The moment we stepped within range, Mion and I pulled our triggers at the same time. Mion set her sights squarely at me while I was trying to shoot, and ran at the same time. Her shot would obviously be more accurate than mine. My shot of water flew towards nowhere. Mion didn't even need to duck. But Mion's shot made a beautiful arc towards my chest. I could see the line of water coming straight at me, but I was too unstable to dodge. Mion had no doubt that she got me. You need more spirit to defeat me. I knew you'd be the first to go down. I'm still disappointed in you, Mion. Your calculations are really off today.
Bullshit! You can't dodge that shot. It'll go straight through you, and you regret the moment you chose to come at me screaming rather than creeping up from behind.
You really disappoint me today, Mion. You really figured out if you spent just one more second to think, you could have figured out the reason why I didn't creep up on you, but scream as loud as I could instead. Mion noticed my surprise attack and turned around to face me. In other words, she turned her back on the opponent she was fighting earlier. Those opponents heard my scream and saw that she turned her head back on them.
Oh, what's this?
Mion noticed her back was wet and cold. She finally understood that the underclassman she was attacking just earlier had shown her fangs and attacked her from behind. I blocked her water shot with my right arm before it hit my chest. The line of water was broken into droplets and splattered away.
Damn it! I got hit first, so my shot didn't count.
You took too long to figure it out. Now get down, Mion. Mion squatted down and covered her head. Now it was me versus Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. The reflexes weren't so bad. They knew well that I'd be their next target after Mion was gone. They didn't feel sorry at all for attacking me right after I just saved them from their predicament. I can respect the cruelty and how quickly they shifted gears. They may one day be able to join our club if they kept refining their sense and skill. Our next target is Maibara-san. Let's get him! It's 1 against 2. We can take him. They were, however, one step behind me. It was already too late. For them, Mion was their first target, and I was the next. But I was different. My first target was them from the start. I didn't even see Mion as my target to begin with because I knew they'd take care of her. I was pointing my guns at them long before they moved their sights from Mion to me. They seemed like they noticed it at the last moment, that both my guns had been pointing at them from the beginning, which meant it was already too late for them. Ah! I jumped over Mion, rolled into the ground, and landed on my feet. I looked as elegant as an athlete who just finished a perfect performance. I had a gun in each of my hands, and with those guns, I shot them each in the middle of their chest. So fast! How could 2 of us lose against 1? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun fell to their knees in disappointment. I can't believe you did all this, Kei-chan. I guess I'm off today, like you said. Mion wiped the dirt off her knees, looking frustrated. Don't worry, it wasn't you.
Then why did I lose?
That's simple. I twirled my guns in the tip of my fingers. I have to win in order to keep looking so cool. There are only a few people left alive. Rina, Sotoko, and myself. Rina and Sotoko were fighting fiercely. Were they evenly matched? No. Sotoko was pushing her hard. Moving fast, she was driving Rina into a corner. Rina was usually gentle and slow, but today she was different. She was very serious, and yet Sotoko was overwhelming her. She's a tough customer when it comes to her tricky traps.
You remembered threatening me earlier. I suppose you were just bluffing. You move well, but I'm still gonna win.
Satoko kept moving around, piling on pressure in order to pin down Rena. She kept shooting, so her tank must have almost been empty. But her shots were still sharp and fast. I noticed a bucket near her foot, which was full of many water guns. I understood, seeing that. She had been taking guns from others who already were out of the game. In this battle, reloading bullets, water, was more crucial than the actual shooting. The hole you put water into, these guns are rather small. To put water through it from a faucet takes time and requires a certain amount of skill. In a battle like this, it would almost be suicidal. I understand that well, but so I'd been taking guns from people I defeated, but I only could hold one in each hand. Satoko used a bucket to overcome the limit. Didn't look at me. Looked like she only had one water gun. I assumed she had two earlier. But she must have used a lot of water during her long battle with Satoko. It looked like she was trying to save her water for the right moment. But with Satoko's fierce attacks, it was obvious that it was only a matter of time before Rena was driven into a corner. However, Rena was quite skilled. She only pretended to be driven into a corner. But she was actually luring Satoko to a place where she had the advantage. There was a narrow, trusting path near the gymnasium warehouse behind the school building. With Rena's water levels running low, she'd want to turn things around with a single close-range shot. With that narrow path, it was a perfect place for her to do that.
What's wrong? You're slowing down a little bit. Getting tired? I appreciate your concern, but I'm not tired at all. I think you should worry more about your remaining water. You haven't shot back at me for a while. Your tank is empty, I suppose. If you think so, why don't you stop hiding and show your face? I will pass. I'm aware you've been holding your last shot. One shot is all I need. I'll be nice and shoot you in the forehead. I don't want to get your clothes wet after all. Oh, I never imagined that I could have such a thrilling battle with you, Irina-san. However, with that amount of water you have remaining, I doubt you have enough pressure to make that last shot go far. Sotoko was right about that. Rena just had enough water to make one last shot. As the amount of water left in the tank dwindles, the range of shots you can make shortens. That makes the last shot the shortest and weakest of them all, regardless of her absolutely disadvantageous situation. Rena didn't look frustrated. Hey, Amaris! How are you doing? I could tell she had no intention to lose. It was almost like she didn't even see Sotoko as a threat. You pick a perfect location for yourself, did you not? I have to tread cautiously.
Sotoko seemed to understand how dangerous Rena's last shot was going to be. Better than I did, since she was the only one actually fighting against her.
I don't play chess very often, but I believe this kind of situation is called a stalemate, is it not?
Sotoko took out another water gun with a full tank and shortened the distance between them slowly and carefully. A gun with full tank doesn't only have a long range, it also has enough power to make shots more accurate. If they shot at each other in a frontal attack, Sotoko would have a 99% chance to win. Even so, Sotoko was still frightened over Rina's last shot. Sotoko shortened the distance even further, smelling as if unafraid. I could tell she was actually full of fear. Sotoko compared this situation to chess earlier, but it wasn't exactly the case. Exactly the same. In chess, you can use some pieces to drive the opponent's king into a corner. But in this case, there were only Reina and Sotoko. You can lose some of your pieces in order to achieve a win, but Sotoko didn't have any pieces other than herself. A king can't drive the other king into a corner alone. That's called a stalemate. That's why, while at first glance it looks like Sotoko has the absolute advantage, they're actually on equal footing.
Let us finish this. It's not like this to us. It's not like us to wait. We're about to bring an end to this battle. You're right. Let's do this.
It's strange. I thought Hannah would have to move just on a dare from Sotoko. What kind of plan did she have? Rina had been hiding behind cover for a while, but she came out without hesitation. I noticed something right away. Rina had a different water gun. Sotoko seemed to notice that as well.
I had a plan to hide here when my water gun ran low. I hit a gun in advance.
Damn, she's good. In using a trap in the very last moment for a comeback from behind victory. It was as though she was taking Sotoko's best skill from her and firing it back. Sotoko no longer had any advantages now that both of them were pointing their guns at each other with full tanks. But she still looked confident. What was going on? Did she have some kind of plan too?
That gun you're holding right now is very different to me. It's very important to me. What do you mean?
You would have kept waiting for your perfect shot and wouldn't have come out of hiding if it weren't for that, if you didn't have that gun. At that moment, lightning ran through my brain and I instantly understood the situation. Of course, Rena wasn't in a disadvantageous situation earlier, but it was actually the same for Sotoko, since she didn't have a chance to make her shot while Rena was in hiding. Rena had to remain cautious in order to hit her with her last shot, but it made it difficult for Sotoko to attack her. However, if Rena didn't have to take the last shot for a comeback behind victory. No, I said it wrong. What if Rena got a new gun with a full tank? she'd stop hiding and come out to fight against Satoko.
You see, I knew from the beginning that you'd run over here in order to obtain that gun.
Let Satoko talk crap, Dena. You don't have to listen to her. Just shoot her right now. Dena thought the same thing. She shot Satoko without any hesitation. But she frowned in confusion a moment after. What was going on? She couldn't shoot. Was her water gun broken? Or did somebody break it?
Didn't you know that you can easily break a water gun by putting a little bit of sand in an empty tank and pulling the trigger several times? You knew that I was hiding. You knew I was hiding my card here and pulled a cheap trick like that, huh? I told you. You only set one small trap, at least the last moment. That's the beauty of traps.
When it comes to traps, Satoko remained a notch above Rin after all. I couldn't believe Satoko figured out Rina's plan in advance and set a trap to counter it. Rina, you made a big mistake. You should have kept the old gun with you. You could have at least made the last shot. But it's too late now for you to pick it up again. Rina was in a worse situation than she was before. She couldn't even take another shot.
Be prepared. You told me earlier that you'd shoot me in the forehead, did you not? Well, I'll at least be kind enough to do you the same favor. Same favor.
Satoko slowly narrowed her distance again and pointed the muzzle at Rina's forehead. Rina still didn't look like she had given up. She still thought the game was still on the stage.
Satoko-chan, you're not as good as you think you are. What did you say? If you got me with your trap, it'd be your right as the winner to allow yourself the room to breathe. It's not like you're doing it right now. But all you've done is drive me into a tough spot. You haven't killed me yet. Don't you think it's a little too early for you to act like you've already got me? Oh, I thought you were going to say something much scarier than that. It makes no sense. It makes no difference because I'm going to get you right now. If I were you, I'd just shoot rather than keep talking. You know why? Because if I didn't, I'd lose. Lose? Are you talking about me?
I highly doubt that you can fight with a jam water gun.
You remember the rule? You're hit when it's water from a water gun. Huh? So what are you saying?
When I heard her saying that, I started running. My target was Rena. Satoko was already dead. Satoko was already dead to me. Why was she going to be shot by Rena within a second?
I have absolutely no idea what you're referring to, Rena-san. What do you think you can do with a jam water gun? As long as I have the water in my gun, I can still fight. Don't you get it yet?
Rena raised her broken water gun up high and smashed its handle on the wall of the school building as hard as she could. The plastic broke easily and water flowed out of it. As long as the water from the gun hits you, you're dead. It doesn't matter where the water comes from. Rena was right.
she just saved herself by thinking it through. If she was using a real gun, bullets would only come out from one end of the gun. But was a water gun. She could make her bullets. Water in this case come out from any place, not just from the barrel of the gun. What? Sotoko finally realized that she was standing defenselessly in front of Rena. Sotoko's trap was successful, but she overestimated its effect. She should have just shot Rena without hesitation before Rena noticed her new water gun was jammed. She was gonna fail because she had grown overconfident of her victory. A second before Sotoko pulled the trigger, Rena swung her water gun as if slashing Sotoko with the sword. Sotoko fired her bullets, but it was too late. A second before Rena would be shot down, a blade of water hit Sotoko in the face. No, not hit. It cut her face open. Your endgame wasn't good enough. I can't believe I lost! Rena ran towards Sotoko, who was standing still in shock, and took her water gun. Rena knew I was her last target and that I was running towards her. Rena! Rena, using her superior mobility, began to tuck and weave. We were evenly matched. Neither of us neglected to make any effort possible to make take advantage of the situation. I knew it'd end up being a one-on-one battle with you. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. I'm seeing you in a new light today. I didn't know you had the guts. Rather than a new light, I'd like you to see me in a romantic way. I can try if you let me win. No thanks. We circled around the construction equipment, trying to take shots at each other. We were both sweating like crazy. I didn't feel tired. Big drops of sweat tickled as they ran down my body. Rapid bursts of water flew across both of our paths. Neither of us had the advantage or disadvantage. I didn't feel elated that I might win or frustrated that I might lose. I was just enjoying this battle with Rena. It was like a dance that I couldn't dance alone, a dance that I could only dance with an opponent. Rena's sure is sharp when she gets serious. It's giving me the chills. Keiichi-san is good too. He's evenly matched with her. I can't tell who's going to win. In fact, none of the observers could tell who was going to win. Neither could we. We had no idea who was going to win. We had no idea when this battle would end. I don't know why, but it was great fun just to fight against Rena. And I didn't even care whether I won or lost. In fact, I never even wanted it to end. As we fired at each other, both of our tanks emptied, shortening our range. Inevitably, I became more and more like a melee than a gun battle. We fired water guns as if trying to cut each other. Trying to cut each other with blades of water, swinging the gun like a sword. We both came up with the idea of swinging the gun hard to generate centrifugal force in order to increase the range of our attacks. I dived to duck her shot. I rolled on the ground and landed on my feet. I ducked her shot again and swung my gun like a sword. Who could imagine our club's water gun battle would turn out into a one-on-one combat like this? Absolutely nobody. Oh, you think so, that too, Linda? You too, Keiichi-kun? We're both breathing hard, calculating the timing needed to take a closer look. Then when we both grin and wickedly at each other. This is so fun. I don't want it to ever end. Don't hate me if you lose. No, never. I'd hate myself for ending this game. But I know I won't be the one crying at the end. I don't know about that. Your feet are getting weak, like they're made of straw. Shut up! Wow, they look so cool. Maibara-san, go! Yuga-san, you can get him! I became relaxed enough to enjoy the battle, and finally realized that many of our classmates were watching our one-on-one battle. I barely had any water left. I wonder who would have to make the next shot, or if I was done for. It seemed like Rena was in the same situation too. The next shot will decide it. I wish we could fill out our tags and just keep doing this forever. Well, people enjoy things because they end eventually. Flowers are beautiful, especially because they wither. I see. That's one way to look at it. It's been fun fighting against you. But this is it. Indeed. Sorry, but I'm gonna end this battle. Good luck, Keiichi-kun. Don't cry when you lose. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Hurrah! Oh, wow! Which one of them won? The cries of the cicada echoed in the quiet schoolyard. They sounded like the hand of a watch ticking away the seconds. Neither one of us moved. We took our final shots and now stood motionless. It looked like one of those duels in Western movies. Who hit the other first? I don't know. I couldn't see it. Our classmates broke the silence first. They finally realized that our intensely beautiful one-on-one battle was over. Class Prez, what's your decision? Mion, in turn, realized that she had to deliver a verdict to end the game. But she was just as stunned as the others and took the moment to recover. Mion was taking time to render her verdict. In fact, Ren and I didn't know who won either. My last shot flew fast and splashed sideways as if a blade had cut her chest. I knew that for sure. At the same moment, Rena's shot hit me in the shoulder. Whoever shot the other first wins, but we didn't know if it was me or her.
That's why we stood motionless, waiting for the verdict to be delivered.
Did you see Rika? I can't tell. Class prez, who won?
Everyone held their breath, waiting for Mion to call it. And I kept staring at each other. The spectators were the only ones who were interested in who the winner was. To us, it wasn't that important. We had a great battle. We had both really wanted to do better than the other. We both wanted to call it a tie. For us, for this great battle, settling for a tie would be best and most popular decision. In other words, this one-on-one fight wasn't a battle to decide the winner. It seems like everyone is thinking the same way.
Me?
Yeah?
They can't move if you don't deliver a verdict.
Yeah. Mion hates to settle for a tie because she loves to draw a line between superiors and inferiors. She tends to settle for a tie when deciding who is the loser because it's more fun to have many people as possible suffer the punishment. But she never settled for a tie between the winners before. Mion has a special feeling towards the meaning of being number one. Everyone continued holding their breath, waiting for a verdict. Please make it a tie. Everyone wished for that in their hearts. Mion was hesitating to make the decision. She could have chosen a winner more easily if one of us did a little bit better than the other. But even if one of us did a little better than the other, I feel like nothing fits better than settling for a tie. The two of you did great today. Mion finally started speaking.
Kei-chan and Nena, you showed us significant spirit and skill today. The explosive power you showed us was so beautiful that it's beyond the highest praise I can ever give. It would be very difficult for me to decide who the winner should be after watching such an amazing battle. Then, you mean we have two winners?
I don't like to have two winners. That's not really the point of our club. However, they were both so good that it's very hard for me to decide who was better.
So, I'm going to call it a tie for today, and we'll have another battle some other time to decide the winner.
I expected she might settle for a tie, but I never thought she'd make us have another battle.
Maibara-san, you were awesome! You were so cool! Hyuga-san, you gave me chills. It was like, you set our hearts on fire.
The classmates rushed towards us and praised us for showing them something that cool. Jin and I were finally released from the tension of battle and dropped to our knees.
Too bad. We tied.
Yeah, I can't wait for our next battle.
Can you give me your hand?
Of course. I was gonna ask you the same thing. We both smiled at each other. It was the first time we ever hit it off like this.
By the way,
you're pretty good at that.
What do you mean? Mi-chan, you're trying to get away without suffering the punishment, aren't you? She was trying to sound cool, but the main reason she delivered that verdict was to protect herself. That's so like Mion, you know. Look! She's running away. Looks like my guesses are right. She's so obvious. The bell rang, and a sign that class was over, while we all laughed at Mion. After that. Good job out there, you two. Here, use this towel. Rika-chan held out a towel, a big smile on her face. However, Jenna and I stepped back and pointed our water guns at her. Me. I was already shot many times. I told everyone I was already hit, but no one believed me. Rika-chan was soaking wet. Well, nobody believed her at first because she could be that sneaky, pretending that she was hit in order to stay in the game. It's your own fault that nobody believes you. Sometimes it's hard to believe anything you say. Me. Everyone is so mean to me. I feel lonely. I'm lonely like a poor kitten crying. I'm lonely like a poor kitten crying in a cardboard box because nobody wants her. Just go and go. Me. The sound came from Rena's head. I saw a circle of smoke coming out of it. Rena must have pictured it, Rika-chan's meowing like a cat in a cardboard box. Oh! Rika-chan is a batting kitten. Rika-chan is an abandoned kitten. Omochikaeri. Rena, you're ruining how cool we looked earlier. Rena was back into her normal self, and it jumped on Rika-chan like a chameleon, capturing its prey. Rika-chan struggles to get away. Omochikaeri. Come on, everybody! Get back to your classroom now! Chie-sensei clapped her hands and yelled at us from the window of the teacher's office. Let's go! Everyone exchanged smiles and ran back to the classroom. The Great Water Gun Disaster.
reason I like my house is because it has good ventilation. As long as there's a nice breeze, I don't have to rely on a fan to keep me cool. I can take down my futon from the windowsill, place my cushion near the open window, and enjoy the cool breeze of the evening. According to my page-a-day calendar, it's June 1983 today. While it was still June, it seemed like summer skipped the rainy season and was already coming around the corner. This was very abnormal, apparently. Even though it was abnormal weather that only comes around once in 100 years, if it was supposed to come in June of 1983, then it wasn't so much of a big deal. It was inevitable. On the other hand, the sudden evening shower on the way home was more unpredictable than anything else. Every day had been a perfect harmony, as if it was all carefully planned. I felt like something good was gonna happen this year. How should I put it? It's like the feeling I get when I roll a 6 on the first throw of a board game and start off with a huge lead. When it comes to a die, the more you roll it, the more the total averages out. We actually roll a dice many times every day for our lives, so it's not like one stroke of luck is really a big deal to be overly happy with. If I roll a 6 on my first throw and a 1 on my next throw, the total is 7. If you believe in fate, you might say there is a higher possibility of a 1 to come up on the die. But you can never actually tell what number you will roll. That's what fate is all about. You might roll a 6 again. The chances of rolling a 6 twice in a row is 1 out of 36. But if you look at each row one by one, there's a 1 of 6 chance of that miracle. The glass wind chime Satoko put up yesterday was making a refreshing sound. Hi. Chapter 1. 最初でした。Should we start with the next chapter? I did say that this is going to be the second 2 chapters. Let me just drink a little bit before we start. Okay. Yeah, I need to rest my throat a little bit. Just a little bit. Wait a second. Did I not post my Oh man. I forgot to post my post. Whoops. Okay, anyways, we're gonna start with chapter 2 in a second. Hi! Okay, so yeah. Chapter 1, Great Water Battle. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Yes, we will start with Chapter 2. I awoke from my dream, still feeling excited. I must have had a very happy dream. I already forgot what it was about. It felt as if there was a switch that automatically made me forget my dreams when I opened my eyes. All I could remember is that it was a happy dream. Yeah, I wish I could remember my happy dreams. I looked at the ceiling and enjoyed the happy feeling for a while. It was Sunday today. Outside the window, I could hear the bird song that sounded totally different from what I heard on weekdays. The morning bird song on the weekdays sound like they're in a rush, as if they're telling me to hurry to school, but Sunday, it's different. I could tell that the birds are singing simply because they want to tell everybody how great a morning it is. I even felt like the birds that sing on weekdays must be different birds from the ones that sing on Sunday. I wonder if there really are birds that always sing on Sunday. It sounds like a very luxurious job for some reason. It's a waste to listen to such valuable songbird if you're not quite awake. As I fully awake, my normal, crude personality takes over, and I start feeling stupid to even think that there might be birds that sing only on Sunday. As I yawn and stretch my body, my blood started circulating through my entire body. It felt good. I turned over and looked at the clock, which says it's past 10 a.m. I used to go to my cram school on Sunday at 10 a.m. That was before I moved to Hinamizawa. I remember the one time I had to go to school. I remember the one time I had to go on the first and third Sundays of the month. It's the hardest one of all because I had to change trains several times to get there. I was never allowed to sleep in so late back then. My mom always woke me up early so I couldn't miss my classes. That's probably why I always dreamed about being able to wake up whenever I wanted on a Sunday. Needless to say, I don't feel that way anymore now that I've moved to Hinamizawa. After all, I can always sleep till noon on Sunday now. My life has changed completely since I moved here. Before, I used to think living in the countryside would be very inconvenient. To be honest, I wasn't even interested in living here. But it was only the first few days that I felt that way. Now, I don't feel attached to life in the city or its conveniences. When I think about what part of my life in Hinamizawa I'm most attached to, I'd have to say, it's probably my friends. I guess the reason why I'm being so sentimental is because I had so much fun yesterday in the water gun fight with all my classmates. Despite my age, I got so into it and had so much fun. I bet the kids in the city wouldn't be able to play like that. No, I should say they wouldn't even want to in the first place. They wouldn't even realize how exciting a simple water gun fight could be. I went downstairs and saw my parents watching a serious program, arguing about the topic together. First of all, telephone service charges in Japan are way too expensive. It's because the state has a monopoly. But private companies are profit-oriented organizations. They're not exactly charitable. I wonder if they can maintain uniform service nationwide. The experts on TV were arguing about the same thing. It seems like there's a possibility the telephone service will get privatized. I'm too young to understand how privatization could make things better. But I can easily assume that people will start talking about privatizing the postal services in the near future too. My parents were arguing about the topic fiercely, but they got along very well. Let's put it this way. They get along well, and that's why they argue. I don't remember seeing them get along this well when we were living in the city. This is probably one of the things that got better since we moved to Hinamizawa. A cold relationship between parents doesn't bring any benefits to their kid. Oh, Keiichi, you're up early. You want to eat breakfast? No thanks. I'm gonna go out today, so I don't need anything. Are you going out with your friends? Is it one of those club activities that you always talk about? No, it's not a club activity today. It's the punishment for the game we played yesterday. Somebody rang the doorbell. I looked at the clock and noticed it's time to meet Rena. I guess I spent too much time enjoying waking up late. I ran upstairs to get a change of clothes. I quickly changed and ran to the door. Then I was chatting with my parents. I always feel uncomfortable when my parents talk to my friends. I'm afraid they'll say something embarrassing about me. If they told Rina that I wet my bed until I was X years old or something, she wouldn't wait until Monday to tell everyone in my school, or even everyone in Hinamizawa. Hey Rena! Ohayo! I'm sorry for making you wait. Keiichi-kun! Rena and my parents looked at me and laughed. Are? I said good morning and they laughed. I guess I was too late? My parents must have already told Rena some embarrassing secrets about me. I don't want my parents to tell her anything else, so I put on my shoes in a rush and pushed Rena out of the house. My parents waved at us, smiling. Have a nice day. Rena-chan, please take care of Keiichi. Oh, don't worry. I'll take good care of Keiichi-kun. I have no idea why you have to do that. I don't need you to take care of me. I dragged Rina away from the house and we were on our own way. We rode our bicycles to the town of Okinomiya. It's a long way away. it's an easy town. It's an easy ride to the town because it's mostly downhill. But needless to say, it's a hard ride on the way back. I felt like Nana was giggling whenever she looked at me. I badly wanted to know what kind of embarrassing information my parents had fed her before I came downstairs. I tried to give her a new subject to talk about in order to get whatever she heard from my parents out of her mind. How come you're so close to my folks?
Well, we are very close because we talk a lot.
When do you talk to my parents? I've never seen you having a conversation.
I see your mother a lot at the grocery store. She's there a lot on special bargain and extra point days.
Oh yeah, my mom keeps a close eye on those. She sticks notes like that in the refrigerator, always about when and where she can get things cheaper. Whenever I see her at the store, we talk about what we're making for dinner that night, and when we do the shopping together. A few days ago, she told me that curry sauce was on sale and that she was going to have some curry and rice for dinner that night.
Whenever I see her at the store, we talk about whatever we're making for dinner that night. And we do the shopping together. A few days ago, she told me that curry sauce was on sale and that she was going to have curry and rice for dinner that night. So I did the same.
I remember we had curry and rice the day before yesterday, so you had curry and rice that day too?
Yeah, you had pork curry, didn't you? Pork was on sale that day, so your mom and I bought some. So when I was eating my curry at home, I knew you were having the same dinner. Oh.
She knows what I'm eating for dinner almost every day. It didn't bother me, but I did kind of feel embarrassed.
I usually see your father with your mother at the grocery store. Your parents get along very well, huh?
Yeah, they like to go to grocery shopping together. I think they're a good couple for their age.
I think it's very important that your parents get along well. It's cute when they still go grocery shopping together.
That's not enough of my parents. What about yours, Nina? Do they get along well?
Yes, they do. They're always hugging and kissing. So, how? I feel like there's no room for me in the house.
Her parents are lovey-dovey couple, huh? I've never met Rena's mother, but I imagine she's just like Rena. I could imagine her mother going crazy about the spot her husband missed when shaving, because it looks so cute to her, like sesame seeds on white rice. She must love to touch her husband's chubby stomach because it feels so soft. It was funny how easily I could imagine her mother doing those things.
What's so funny?
I'm curious about your mother now. I'm going to your house next time and meet your mother. How I met your mother.
What? No.
You talk to my mother. It's only fair that I talk to yours too, isn't it?
Oh, but my mom isn't as interesting a person as you think. She's normal and boring. I can even picture how she looks.
I know it. she looks just like you, doesn't she?
What? No, she doesn't. She doesn't me at all.
Then why are you acting so weird? Your reaction is telling me everything. Anyway, I'm really interested in your mother now. I'm going to see her sometime. Be prepared.
Oh, no way. If you really do come to my house, I'll be so mad at you.
Your daughter has been a great friend to me. No, wait. It'll be more fun to say something like, I haven't seen your daughter, and I'm serious about her.
Oh, if you come to my house, I'll tell Mi-chan and the others the stories from when you were little.
What? Wait, what kind of stories are you talking about exactly?
Well, the one I heard from your mother is about when you were 4 years old. And the other one is about the slide when you were 6 years old. And another one when you were...
You got me in the sun. I'll never get within 100-meter radius of your house as long as you live.
Thank you.
Damn it, Mom! I'll remember this. We arrived at the station. The place we're going today is right near there. It's a restaurant called Angel Mart where we're meeting up with the others there.
Angel Mart.
I was surprised when I saw the restaurant. It's usually a normal, quiet restaurant, but today there are many people in front of it. They didn't look like they were waiting in line to get inside. Looked like they were just loitering around. They should just line up and go inside like normal people. Wow, what's going on? There's so many people here.
There was a big event today. I heard that many people are coming from far I heard from many people that are coming from far away.
There's a flag saying Dessert Festa in front of the restaurant. I heard that Angel Mart holds events like this several times a year, and a lot of people come to attend all over.
Today, only people who have a ticket can get into the restaurant, and one ticket allows 4 people to get in.
I see, so these people are waiting for friends who have a ticket.
Not exactly. Some people have tickets but don't have 4 people to go with.
So you're saying that these people are just here to find someone who'd like to share their empty seats? The crowd of people roared in excitement. What was going on? This guy's a ticket! He's trying to get inside alone when he can bring 3 more people with him. How rude! Please let me join you! If you let me join, I'll order you with a rare major board trading card. I'd come with front field with summer cat issue and limited edition book. I'll give you a beta version of Higurashi with a mode that lets you change everyone's outfit. I'll make a deal with you. Make a deal with me for a modded version of G's figure. I will give you 10,000 yen in real money. You fool! RMT is prohibited. Report! Account banned. I have no idea what they're talking about.
The fans of this restaurant are a little scary, huh? Anyway, what about our
ticket? There are 5 of us. How are we all gonna get in?
You know Mi-chan's family owns this restaurant. So, you know.
Mion is so cool sometimes. Mion makes a fist and gets us all fired up.
Well, let's go! We're gonna dash through the crowd without stopping.
Seems like the best course of action, actually. Okay. We nodded at each other. Since we're a group of 2 at present, like we had 2 more seats to share. These people might try mobbing us in order to get a share. We crouched down, getting ready to run. The crowd of people seemed to notice us. Look at them! They're forcing their way through! And he's trying to fill a booth alone with his girlfriend! How reprehensible! We're going to sit with them and crush their lovey-dovey mood! Fight back with the last round! Show them the iron will of the Germans! Damn! They're gonna tackle us! They do whatever it took to stop us from getting inside the restaurant.
Today's the day Mi-chan and the others suffer the punishment. If we can't get inside, our victory yesterday will have been in vain.
I can't let that happen! We've exhausted ourselves to obtain that victory. To watch our friends undergo the punishment is our right, and our duty as well.
No matter how cool we sound, what we're really after is one thing. Oh, I can't wait to see how Satoko-chan and Nika-chan look.
Hey you, young couple, share your empty seats with us. Oh, nice and quiet like. Yahaha! We won't let you get through. I won't allow you to use your ticket for yourselves. You have to share your empty seats with us. They reached their hands toward us like zombies. They gradually got closer and closer. We're actually taking it easy though. In fact, I'd say that situation's rather enjoyable.
It's like we're still in the middle of the game we played yesterday.
Yeah, it's getting fun. Let's kick their asses.
Yep, roger that. It's a lot easier to fight against them against Mi-chan and Satoko-chan, you know?
Indeed. I'd say even 20 to 30 of them, it's still easier than fighting against the other club members. They don't have enough people to stop us.
Great, let's do this.
Yeah! Our enemies are about 20 to 30. If they wanted to stop us, they should have gotten 10 times more people than that. Orya!
Welcome to Angel More. Today we're holding a special event. Do you have a ticket?
We don't have a ticket, but we were told to give our names.
We're Ryugu, Rena, and Maibara Keiichi. Let me check our list.
Please wait for a moment. Seems like many fans of this restaurant aren't normal people. I bet they try to get in with lies or fake tickets. No wonder this waitress makes sure to check the list. Anyway, those people are too Those people were just too freaky back there. There's no way that normal people could get through without a struggle.
You might be right. But nobody can stop me. Oh.
You sure did them in. Did you use your elbows or knees? You hit them right in the middle of their faces. You're a scary person. The way your Rena swept them off their feet with super fast invisible jabs was incredible. It even gave me a chill just thinking about it.
That's because they tried to sabotage my chance to take my girls home with me. They must look so kawaii today. Omochikai. だってレナのお持ち帰りを邪魔するんだよもうきっとみんなかいよみんなお持ち帰り
When you're in cute mode, nobody stands a chance. I'm sure they admitted their loss after getting beaten up so badly.
Kawaii modo? Kai modo? Kai modo. You did great too, Keiichi-kun. At first I thought you would be engulfed by them, but then they became all quiet and let through with tears in their eyes. What do you mean? What did you do to them?
Nothing really. I just told them that I get into the restaurant and make sure to see everything they wanted to see. And I told them, you might have to shed tears now, but I believe you can get a ticket next time. That's all I said, and they seemed to understand me.
You're so good at that sort of thing, you know? Making people listen to you. Yeah, for sure. You sure are our club's magician of words.
They're all calling me that now. Can you please come up with a better name?
I'll think about it.
Rena laughs loudly. Thank you so much for waiting. I confirmed the names in the list. I'll take you to your table. Please follow me. The waitress led us to our seats. The restaurant was completely packed today. It was made for a cheerful but sort of crazy atmosphere. All the customers in the restaurant were very unique people, just like the ones loitering around outside. There was an aura of excitement in the store, and it also smelled a bit sweaty. No! Yada! They were also talking excitedly, using terms that I don't understand. Again, just like the people outside. Angel Mort is a bulb! Angel Mort's all about the uniform! You taste food with your tongue, but in Angel Mort, you taste it with your eyes too. Where's the waitress with the very big, heavy pair of melons? I don't see her today. Whoa, you need to check the shift roster. If you like girls with big tits, you have to come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays after 5 p.m. If you like girls with small tits, you have to come on Fridays after 5 p.m. I regret coming here today. At the same time, I was really glad I didn't lose the game yesterday. This punishment might be a bit easier for the girls, but as a guy, if I had to undergo this punishment today, I would have been kicked and punched by those crazy customers because they would have been burning with anger. Let me explain. I didn't come here just to eat lunch with Rena today. The punishment is as follows. The losers have to wear a costume that was randomly chosen and help with the event at Angel Mort as a waitress. The winners can enjoy eating desserts and receiving service from the losers. When this punishment was announced, I'd actually prepared myself for the punishment because I thought I'd lose the game like always. I was losing a lot recently, so I didn't think I could win. I assumed Rena felt the same way. Who would have imagined Rena and I would do so well as to win? You're great, my butter Keiichi. You made me proud. Everyone started clapping, shouting, clapping their hands, and whistling for joy. I don't blame them. They came here just for the event at Angel Mort. None of them expected to see the waitresses wearing different costumes like this.
Me. Ika-chan! Omochikai!
Wait, calm down, Rena. You can't take her home yet. She still has to finish her punishment first. Rika-chan appears with glasses of water and wet napkins on a tray. They drew lots to decide on the costumes. Rika-chan's costume is a uniform of Angel Mort, which we use regularly for punishments.
Hello, welcome to Angel Mart.
Rika-chan put the glasses of water and the wet napkins in front of me and Rena.
Oh, you look so adorable. Mochikari.
Rena raised her weird voice, and everyone in the store followed suit. Mochikari! Everyone started shouting at the phrase. Before I knew it, they're surrounding the table, trying to burn the scene of Rena-chan serving customers into their minds.
Oh, Rika-chan, you look great in that uniform. Oh. Me. It's embarrassing to have everybody look at me like that.
Huh? There's something different about the uniform, though.
Good eyes,
My Bara-san, allow me to explain. Tomita-kun, our class underclassman, pushed his way through the crowd. Oh, Tomita-kun. Okamoto-kun too. I didn't know you guys had a ticket. That's not important right now, my Bara-san. The important thing here is that the uniform Furure-san is wearing today. As you already know, the uniforms of Angel Mort are designed to bring out the most of a mature woman's features. Therefore, it's normally required to have certain bodily proportions to wear this uniform. In this sense, this is at least comparable This is the least compatible uniform for Furude-san because she's still in an early stage of development.
Plus, the other problem
was that the restaurant couldn't find a uniform in Furude-san's size. That's why it was necessary to try various measures in order to facilitate her punishment. That is, to wear the uniform of Mort. Therefore, they came up with an idea to use a school uniform, and it created an impossible combination of said swimsuit and the uniform of Mort. It's so eccentric that even God couldn't even see it coming. In this costume, Furude-san now has an overwhelming attack power far beyond her normal statistics. She also gained elemental enhancement, status impairment, a huge increase to her critical hit rate, and on top of that, she also given increased invincibility time during power-ups. You understand how great this is? Don't you? Let me put it another way. Like what Ryugu-san always says, Omochikairi!
No, you can't do that. Omochikairi. But I understand exactly how you feel. Omochikairi.
Tomita-kun and Okumura-kun held Rina's shoulders, and they shouted their praise into excitement. This phrase has spread throughout the entire store and was now out of control. Anyway, Tomita-kun and Okumura-kun surprise me sometimes. For their age, they're so good at giving passionate speeches. They'll probably make it big in the future.
Where are Mi-chan and Sadoko-chan? I can't wait to see them.
At that time, the crowd sent up another roar. I hear Mion telling them to let her through. I don't remember what kind of costume she picked.
Kei-san, what's going on?
Wow, Kameda-kun, of course, you're here because it's a dessert festa and you're a dessert maniac. Hey, how have you been doing? It doesn't matter how I am. More importantly, what is that? What's going on here? Kameda-kun was in a state of great excitement. Thick veins were displaying on his forehead. The source of excitement appears through the crowd. There's no turning back. I guess I gotta do what I gotta do.
Welcome to Angel Mort. Here's your ultra rare cheesecake.
Mion appeared with a cake on a tray. Oh, now I remembered what she picked for her costume.
Oh, Mi-chan, you look so kawaii.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I was gonna make Kei-chan wear it. My Baro-san, this costume is extraordinary too. Plus, because you know her in person, and because she's the leader of the club, who has never lost any games in the past, and also a class president who's always perfect at everything, you can enjoy this 500%. Even the class president, who doesn't know what losing is, can't escape the punishment. Your club is so terrifying! What? Please explain what's going on. I
I thought we were friends because we shared a huge parfait together. How could you not tell me about such a wonderful club? I can't believe you're telling me about this. If I knew about it, I would have joined the baseball team. Where's this reset button for my life? The crowd roars in excitement. What a great club! I never heard of a club as wonderful as this. This life. Oh, you can't join our club. Only people who live in Inamizawa can join. What? Then I have to move my certificate of residence to Inamizawa at once. Stop there, Rena. The population of Hinamizawa might double by tomorrow. Anyway, this is a beautiful punishment, Kay. Costumes that make women look beautiful are like decorations on desserts. A shortcake, for example, is just a sponge cake if you take its decoration. But if you decorate it with whipped cream, to enjoy the wonderful and mysterious harmony that layers and layers of beautiful decoration create, you can enjoy it with both your eyes and your tongue. Oh, this is why the combination of a sailor-style suit, school uniform, and gym shorts is wonderful. They're both ordinary school clothes, and each tasteful in its own right. But let's put that aside for now. A school uniform and gym clothes are in the same category, namely school clothes. But they've never been combined together. It's just like a strawberry daifuku. Nobody thought they'd taste so good together, but the combinations actually brought an unexplored and unknown taste to this world. Kei-chan. He's calling you Kei. I didn't know you were friends with this pervert. Oh, I'm trying my best not to be friends with him. Whoa! What is that? A guy tumbled in and landed on his feet and elegantly. It was Coach. How dare you? How dare you, my brother son? Coach glared at me in anger. He was breathing hard with a scary expression on his face. What do you mean? What did I do? What is this? That is what I'm talking about. At the moment of his scream, 3 different metal buckets on his head, one after another, and Chinese walk finished the job. Well, I was prepared for this moment. My punishment was chosen. You see, Sadako in a maid costume is like a matter of life and death to you. I love Sadako-chan's costume. It's so kawaii. I won't let you do that. I'm gonna take her home. I'm gonna take her home with me, or my name is not Irie Kyosuke. No! If you're trying to sabotage my chance to take her home with me, then you get these. Oh! Once Rena gets into Kawaii mode, she becomes merciless. If a rock tried to sabotage her chance to take her favorites home with her, she'd break it into pieces. If it was a river, she'd fill it up with sand. If it was the sea, she'd split it up in half like Moses did and walk through it. What? Coach got up on his feet like a zombie. I can't believe he could still get up after getting hit
by all those super fast attacks. That doesn't work on me. Oh! No, that doesn't work on me either. As long as I get up, no matter how many times I get beaten up, as long as there's a maid in front of me. Why? Because it's a dream of mankind. Ah!
No matter what,
Ide was down on the floor, his body twitching. You know what? Rena just hit him with a barrage at point-blank range. Anyway, this sight is a sight to behold. I'm so glad I won this game, but at the same time, I'm scared to imagine how terrible it would have been if I lost. This is absurd! Well, I have to wear this for the punishment. I can't take it any longer. Sotoko, your costume is a lot more decent than this old man's.
You think wearing a maid costume is decent? You're completely messed up.
Stop drooling and sit here. It's the winner's right to be served by the losers, remember?
Oh, I don't know which one I'm taking home with me. Oh.
Hey waitress, what's your recommendation for today?
What about this fruit?
What about this fruit parfait?
The cream puffs are very good too. You can get refills of water as many times as you want for free.
Lena's nose was bleeding because she got to keep the waitresses in cute costumes all to herself. I should actually thank her for acting crazy like that because it made me look calmer than I actually am. I was excited. I was just as excited as her, and my nose. I was as excited as her, and my nose would bleed too, if I wasn't careful. Now I understand what a slack-jawed smile means. Huh?
Hey, Rika-chan. Nature-san. Can you feed me? Sure. Sotoko, can you feed me too?
Sotoko, can you feed me too? And Mion, you can massage my shoulders.
Open your mouth. I hate this.
Hey! I told you to open your mouth! Damn it! Why do I have to massage your shoulders? This old man service is gonna cost you. The audience gasped at the sight. I bet Angel Mort has never had an event this exciting as this one. Every table had 4 people squeezed in together, but only Rena and myself were at this table. And 3 waitresses in cute costumes were exclusively serving us. They were giving us shoulder massages and feeding us desserts too. This never happened before. This had never happened before in the Mort. It'll never happen again. I see. They're waitresses. Then, I like to have a glass of water. One of the other customers wanted to get a piece of the wonderful treatment and patted me on the shoulder. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not a waitress. Ask the waitresses over there for a glass of water, okay? What? You're not a waitress? You can't serve me? That's right. We're not waitresses. We have no obligation to serve. We have no obligation to provide service to you. Sotoko, me and I are here for the winners. Me. It's not fair! All of a sudden, Kameda-kun screamed, starting to blame me. What do you mean it's not fair? It's not fair that Kei-san can do such wonderful club activities and I can't. Not fair. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Hold on. We took certain risks to earn this right. So this is fair. But we don't think it's fair either. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun were standing behind Kameda-kun. First of all, you only won the game yesterday because we killed Mion-san for you. We felt sorry for you always having to suffer punishment, so we let you shoot us. You should appreciate our sacrifice. Oh, really? This is getting interesting. What do you think, Kei-chan? What do you mean? What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Well, Kameda-kun, Tomita, and Okamura. Why don't you challenge Kei-chan and Rena for the position of the winners? What? Mi-chan, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? They defeated many fighters and won a massive victory. I'm pretty sure a battle against these guys would be trivial, right? Kameda-kun clapped his hands with glee. Komita-kun and Okamura-kun nodded in agreement. They looked fired up already. Damn it, I have to fight against him here? Now that I think about it, the game was a tie. It'll be fun to have the finale here with a few extra fighters. If you lose the game, you join in on the punishment. Oh. Damn it. I hate it when you make it sound persuasive. What do you think, Rena? I'm fine with that because I wanna win. Omochikari. I wonder what kind of costume you'll have to wear. I think Omochikari. Mina Omochikari. She sure is motivated. I could see Kameda-kun was ready to fight for the ticket to Paradise and more. But two underclassmen were also eager to have a chance to fight against the members of the club for the first time. Kyosuke reporting to volunteer for the game too. Yeah! Well. Okay, let's get this time started with these members. Jin and Kei-chan, you have any objections? I don't think you'd take an objection, even if I had one. Well, you don't have to make the game. Well, don't you like to make the game interesting? It's now or never. If you want to change your mind, Tomita-kun and Okamura-san, Tomita-san and Okamura-san, if you already know, you have to undergo the punishment if you lose.
We know that! We're men too! We've always wanted to fight against you! They've seen the many horrifying punishments we've had to suffer, and they still have the courage to join in. I have to admit, they have potential. Kameda, the evil lord of Angel Mort, sneered at the two. Ha ha ha. I never thought I had the chance to fight against you, Kei-san. I'm gonna fight fair and square this time. I didn't expect to fight you here to it at Angel Mort either. I'm pretty sure you'll have an even tougher enemy to defeat than in a baseball game. Coach Hidie, the Count of Maids, laughed like he was afraid of nothing. Well, I'll show you how serious an adult can be. And today here in Angel Mort, I'm gonna have a harem that is for me alone. I wanna save you in. Oh. Alright, I'm ready. I can't keep complaining. Mion, what kind of game are we playing? That's the spirit. Make way everyone. Waitress, please bring it over. In the kitchen, the real waitresses are standing by with many desserts on trays. Uh-oh, is this what I think it is? It looks like the game is going to be either a speed eating contest or a competitive eating contest. Tencho, are you sure we can do this? Yeah, go ahead and bring them the desserts. The more interesting, the better. I want this event to be as exciting as possible. The waitresses checked with their manager and started bringing in the desserts. The two of my underclassmen, Kameda-kun, Coach, and Jenna and I sat at a table together. A horrific amount of desserts was brought before us. I wanted to enjoy watching the cute waitresses placing desserts at the table. Right now, I was in a fighting mood. I had no time for that. The audience surrounding our table seemed to have grown in excitement too. I bet it didn't even cross their minds that they would see a serious battle in Angel Mort today. But they didn't care. As long as they had fun, it was fun to watch. Listen up. This is a competitive eating contest. Whoever eats the most within the time limit wins. You already know how heavy the desserts are. So we'll calculate the total weight of desserts you ate after the game is over. And whoever ate the most weight will win. When the words competitive eating came up, Kameda-kun smiled evilly. Damn it, Kameda-kun had the advantage. Mion-san, can you count the two of us as one person because we always fight together? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Since you're always together, I'll permit it. Damn it, having two stomachs for a competitive eating contest wasn't an absolute advantage too. What about you, Dana? I'm sure a competitive eating contest is a bit hard game for a girl. No worries! No worries! If it means I can take these adorable girls home with me, I can even swallow a table!
I underestimated her. Jenna can overcome physical impossibilities once she gets into Kai mode. She might even be able to eat food that's heavier than herself. Coach, what about you? Are you good at competitive eating? My son. As long as there's a maid and a condition that I get to meet and a condition that I need to meet in order to get her, nothing is impossible to me. I could see a black aura surrounding him, which I found very intimidating. The glint from the eyes that shone behind his lenses was sharp enough to pierce an iron board. Damn it. He was in maid mode, which is equally as strong as Zena's Kai mode. Shit, I was the only one without any advantages. Already set, go! I wasn't ready emotionally, but Milan started the game without hesitation. Damn it, there's no turning back. I had to do this. There's many kinds of desserts before us. Some were easy to eat, some were not. So I had to get desserts that the easiest to eat before anyone got it. What about the yogurt parfait? Oh yeah! But of course, everyone seemed to be thinking the same thing. Everyone reached out for the same desserts as fast as they could. White light flashed into light in front of our eyes, and the parfait disappeared. My hands clasped with others in midair.
Haha, you're too slow. I got it first. Oh!
Rina took the parfait. She was literally as fast as lightning. Damn it, I knew it. There's no way I can beat Rina in an opening move. Rina took the parfait like a frog catching a fly with its tongue, swallowed it in a single gulp. She did all that in seconds. She's usually gentle and calm, but she's totally a different person right now. Really, it's terrifying. I see. Now I understand why people say women always have room for desserts. But in the special environment of Angel Mort, Kameda-kun wasn't far behind enough. He grabbed a fruit parfait and swallowed it as if drinking beer from a mug. It looked very dynamic. Hey son, you're wasting your time. You don't even have a 1% chance of beating me in a battle at Angel Mort. Just watch me. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun look at the extraordinary techniques Izuna and Kameda-kun are displaying, but they seemed to be very calm. They knew their advantage. As long as they kept a steady pace, they could eat more and eat faster than anyone else because there are two of them. And Kameda-kun were eating very fast, but they might slow down in the middle. So this was gonna be an unpredictable race. Son of a bitch! I don't want to lose this game. I shoved my dessert into my mouth. Kept eating. I just kept eating. Damn it! My mouth got extremely cold when I swallowed that bowl of ice cream. Ah! How could the others do this so easily? Huh? There's an idea. I should melt it first. I should use some kind of heat to melt it and then drink it down. Plus, it would be easier for my stomach to take it when it's not so cold. But how should I melt it? It would take way too long to use body heat, and I wouldn't have any other source of heat with me. Waitress, can I order something? I like to have a hot coffee. Would you bring it to me in a hot pot instead of a cup? Coach! My son, you're too slow. I also got the idea to melt it with heat. No, damn it! He just wants to pedal with me. I could order hot coffee too, but I'd still be one step behind him. I'd have to come up with something to melt my ice cream faster than hot coffee. Calm down, my daughter Keiichi. Think hard. Keiichi-kun held his hand, screams that line, and bent his neck backwards. Wait, this is the first time I've seen Marlboro-kun show up, or like his sprite show up in the game. I think. When he gets like this, he always speaks everything that's in his mind, and it's very fun to listen to. If I had to concentrate, I need to win this game. I was going to keep eating as much as I can, and take all the adorable girls home with me. I was having so much fun. I was so thrilled that I felt my heart was about to burst. I might have acted totally uncute, but I didn't care. Exactly because I was having so much fun. Mi-chan always comes up with something or comes up with such extraordinary games. Satoko-chan loves to play pranks. Rika-chan is very sneaky, but it's impossible to hear her. And Keiichi-kun is always so funny. I enjoy every day. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait a second. This is Jenna speaking. Hold on.
Keiichi-kun held his hand, screams that line, and bent his head neck backwards. When he gets like this, he always speaks everything that's on his mind, and it's very fun to listen to. But I had to concentrate. I needed to win this game. I was going to keep eating as much as I can and take all the adorable girls home with me. I was having so much fun. I was so thrilled that I felt like my heart was about to burst. I might have been acting totally uncute, but I didn't care, exactly because I was having so much fun. Mi-chan's always coming up with such extraordinary games. Satoko-chan loves to play pranks. Rika-chan is very sneaky, but it's impossible to hate her. And Keiichi-kun is always so funny. I enjoy every day. I wish I could express how much I really do enjoy them better than by saying how happy I am. Because I even feel anxious because I enjoyed every day so much. There's so much misfortune and pain as there is happiness and pleasure in this world. And I know very well that they all come to you regardless of how hard you try. You have happy days regardless of how hard you try. You will have unhappy days and regardless of how hard you try. But that doesn't matter. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to try hard. I can try to make my happy days even happier and last longer. In the same way, I can try to make my happy days happier and end faster. I struggle very hard to achieve that. That's why I'm gonna enjoy the happy days I have now as much as I can. I must not take them for granted because they won't last forever. They won't. One day, all of a sudden, these happy days will come to an end. I know it. That's why I was trying to enjoy the happiness I received today. so I don't regret it. I won't regret it. Even if the world ended tomorrow. I noticed my hands stopped moving while I was thinking about these things. When spending time with my friends, I feel so happy that my heart might burst. I even love doing the punishments. They're so fun for me. I have friends. I have a place where I fit in. I have time in which to be myself. I have a me that I love. I love everybody. I love Mi-chan, Sotoko-chan, Ika-chan, and Keiichi-kun. I love everyone in my class, and I love everybody in Okinomiya. Oh, Rena-chan stopped eating? I guess she went fast in the beginning. Oh, Komodo, this is our chance. We can defeat Yuuki-san. All of you, you're just wasting your time. You think you can defeat me at age of more? You're too naive. Nina-san, come on. I'll never forgive you if you let Coach win. Hey, I'm not gonna let anyone win. I can't even swallow the Pacific Ocean if you ask me to. What's wrong, Rena? Are you getting full? I guess you'll just have to watch my come from behind victory now. Am I right, everybody? Yeah! Nina, what's wrong? I had left the table. Excuse me. I have to go to the bathroom. I was just so happy. I didn't care who won or lost this match. Of course, it was fun when I go crazy to try to win. But I could never be happier than this. If I could seal this happiness in a piece of crystal, I carried it around with me in my pocket. I used it as heat to ward off the cold of hard days that are certain to come to me. I know they will. You're not truly happy when you feel happiness. When you're bored with happy days and don't even realize that you're happy, that's when you achieve true happiness. You only truly feel happiness when you're in a freezing cold environment. That's the only time your heart can feel the warmth of even a small happiness. On my way to the bathroom, I saw a waitress and a customer arguing at the register. The customer was a woman. The waitress was trying to explain that the lady needed a ticket to get a seat because the restaurant was holding an event today. But the lady, saying she didn't know, was still trying to get a seat. After a while, the store manager was called and started apologizing to the lady. It's your fault. You should have put a note outside that said we needed a ticket to come in or something. How do you expect me to know when there's no mention of it? The lady's eyes met mine. I guess who it might be when I heard the voice, so I was prepared. Oh, Reina-chan. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, hello. What a coincidence. I held up a hand for a high five. She gave me one. Listen, Reina-chan. They're so mean to me. They're saying I can't have a seat because I don't have a ticket. It seems that way. Well, I can't do anything about it, can I? I can still try to buy cakes to take home, yeah? Yeah, of course. You can choose anything you want from our selection. The store manager gave her a fake smile, then led her to her showcase.
I like this cute one. I think he likes simple ones like shortcakes. Hey, Reina-chan, what would you like?
What? Me? Are you buying me one? Oh. Got it. Haha, you like cakes. You really like cakes, huh? You can get whatever you like. Then I don't know. I'll take the shortcakes as well. Really? There's so many other cute ones. Everything looks so good, but shortcakes look the best. Oh. Okay, give me 2 shortcakes and one petite trianon. We're taking them home. She intimidated the smile I usually make. I reply with a big smile, and I smelled a strong scent of perfume, and it made me sneeze. Oh, are you sick? Dina's-san's perfume and I never seem to get along. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, cause I watched the anime. I'm trying to remember her. I need to check afterwards. I don't remember her. We'll check that later. Anyways, hi! Let's check the tips. Business card. Nina. Height 168 centimeters. Bust 89. Waist 60. Hip 87. Hobbies. I'm interested in indoor gardening. I want to make tea with the herbs I grow. I enjoy your funny and interesting stories. We should go out somewhere next time in private. Gentlemen's Club Blue Mermaid. Private manager Mamiya Dina. I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember her. Was she in the anime? Well, anyways. Hi! That was the end of chapter 2. That was very interesting. Lot of excitement. Wachikari! And then some suspense at the end. Hi! So anyways, thank you so much for coming to Yuki's, Higurashi stream, arigato nya. If you haven't yet, be sure to follow Yuki's socials. Yuki no SNS follow nya. As for the schedule for the rest of this week, on Saturday, Yuki will start, Yuki will start Silent Hill F. 日曜日にサイレントヒール F を始めるにゃー。That stream will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. 9時半です。Okay, so anyways, thank you so much for coming to Yuki's Higurashi stream. Arigato nya! Yuki hopes to see y'all on Saturday for some, for the first Silent Hill stream. So anyways, let me check first before. Hold on a minute. 少々お待ちくださいにゃ。とOkay, yeah, we'll end it for today. So anyways, thank you so much for coming to Yuki's stream. Arigato nya! Yuki hopes to see y'all on Saturday for some Silent Hill F. So anyways, otsu nya! Bye bye!